Why hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Volunteer, and today we're gonna continue some more of Phoenix Wright Agent Spirit of Justice. Yep, and as you can tell, we're actually gonna complete this case. We're not gonna stop until we complete it. Let's do this.
What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on the guests on the reception?
Looks like it. You know there had to be some kind of trick to it.
Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that cost them.
I have no idea. But you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up if you ask me.
Is that right?
I'm sure I would have completely fooled.
Hi, I'm back.
Hey Maya, are you all set to go?
Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with?
Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. And other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true.
So what really matters right now is the identity of the mysterious person Ellen says she saw while she was being attacked.
So who was this mysterious person? That's the $1,000,000 question, I'm afraid. But we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion and figure out who they are is the key.
I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright.
Well, at least there are so many people on the airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good.
You mean the groom sword Sprocket, right?
Exactly. He might know something that could help us.
Well then, what am I doing here?
I'm a very busy man, you know. While all the other people involved are Soren's family members. So I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man. I have a really tight schedule, but oh heck, what are friends for, right?
Okay, pal, go ahead, ask me anything.
I mean, you remember it was you who came to me to help in the first place, right? I want to go over exactly what happened when I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get all of it straight in my head?
If I gotta.
Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. Then they locked me up in the cabin. It was awful, I tell you.
Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception around 10 p.m. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Bloomsbury. He forced her onto the vista deck and was about to kill her.
But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Bloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly put together a second reception. That's what Edgy was claiming anyways. But I know my Ellie didn't do it.
The key point here is the mysterious person Ellen says she saw strike Bloomsbury just before she passed out. Do you see anybody suspicious going around that day?
Nope, not a soul, because I was locked up in the cabin at the time.
But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the vent hole with the lantern in the hold, right?
Did you see anybody then?
Nope, the place was completely deserted. I guess because the Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense, he must be going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast and had the second reception soon after that.
Then after the second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And look what happened, that's when she found the body and the lantern that I brought up. I had to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened.
We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it along with the identity of the mysterious person.
So while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in the cabin? Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual. Alright, the drawing of the pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen the real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh, are you doubting the eye of the super popular picture book author? No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. You're making me cut my own eyes. No, I even sure what I saw. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened in the real scene of the murder? That's right, and I can say that with very confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? What do you think? It's mine, of course. Lawrence Dunham's book signing. I bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book. It was just released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill too, of course. Just put it down the office expenses or something. We'll see ya. Wait, Larry, you don't need... He's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy, Trussy's not gonna like this office expense. Here goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right, we should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up. I thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income in our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us, so you go ahead and run along now. But boss... Off you go, Athena. No, I don't want to die. You're ready to get going too, Maya. Okay. Yep, let's go. Squeaky. Oh, my poor sweet Soren. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen to the truck, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and get this mysterious person you saw just before you passed out. Do you think that person could have been the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we were to prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by the evening. I think I better go have a chat with him later then. Why might be treated as a view of someone's underwear? You're right, don't tell me. You suspect my dear Soren? Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something. How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone. Alright, just calm down. No, if you're accusing my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pen and Lado down, alright? Really? Cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? You better be careful not to provoke her. Could you tell me about Soren? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Well, let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you won't hear to peep out of me about Soren. Talk about pulling teeth. Could you tell me about Pierce Nickety then? Yes, he came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. He's a family butler. He's now in charge of everything in the household. Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? I'm just a babe, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. It might be Soren's order, but Pierce is one that coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in the family. And no matter how good he is in his job, how can anyone gain that much influence in a single year? I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler, didn't I explain it? Is it really as simple as that? What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Here's this Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second act reception was fake. Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know? I heard there was a reason he researched in time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change. But isn't the whole idea of traveling back to time itself is a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travel do exist. Really now? You think you know someone who actually traveled to time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. Well, I believe it. Someone who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to do your investigating now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Just make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. I couldn't bear it if Soren ever come under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Yikes. Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, don't you? No, you're right. And the floodwaters resonate once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren's usually in meetings until the evening, so let's leave the house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock or figure out what our next move from there? Roger, Nick. Alright. So, where should we start? Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor. I know, we haven't looked at the Vista deck or hold yet. Hey, you're right, we still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right? And the landfill is the body, and it is stored in the hole. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do we know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled on that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet. There it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. So this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey Nick, were we supposed to need a key card to get in here? Huh, you're right. I wonder why it's unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? Emma, what are you doing here? Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Also, the store security system was turned on for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyways. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. Sure you know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever way up back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it, thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get this show on the road. Any progress in your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everyone was involved with the Almost everyone was involved in the cover-up. It's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless yes doesn't completely evident, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I just got to make do and see what I can turn up. Alright, let's examine now. Huh? It looks like there's some fingerprints in this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-hand prints. Do you know whose prints they are? Yes, the prints belong to the victim, Dumas Glusberg. Nick! I just figured out something amazing. You did? Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra were from his left hand, then Mr. Doomengloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? Do I have a make it to the good detective or what? You're a real silly Sally if you thought that deduction was way too encyclopedic. Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I looked into it myself. Sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome. Good for you, Maya. Good for you? That's all you gotta say? I think you did a great job, Maya. Way to go. Because one can never have too much info. Now you're talking. But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, right? I bet it was taken when they were getting ready at the first reception, right? Candelabra must have brought in sometime after that then. It's still possible it has something to do with the incident though. I better add it to the evidence file just in case. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. You giving this to us? Sure. I have 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo. The petals make it look like the little gears. Perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were going to shower the couple with the petals? You mean kind of like how people throw rice and confetti? Yeah, like that. Only these are found in the scene of the murder instead. Oh look, there's a lever to the lip Emma told us about. Try going up with it. I'll go flip the switch. Hey, there's nothing. Wait, I'm not even on yet. Whoa, there's blood. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Oops, sorry, I got a little carried away. Never mind that. Move over a little. Okay. Is that blood? Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Gooseberry's blood? But this lift goes up to the visit deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion. But I thought the victim was close to death and there wasn't much blood. Which tells me I better take a picture of this. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There. Done. I want to find out more about that bloodstain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the visit deck. Take a look around the actual scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome. You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of the murder. Okay, to the visit deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go. look at this gorgeous view! So this is where Ellen was attacked and Mr. Gooseberry was killed. Yeesh, one step and complete on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that is a little closer on to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to? Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. There are 2 male Pega bull lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pega cow lanterns. Larry got the sexes mixed up when he placed the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me. And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright? You know that lantern the victim was found inside of the reception hall? I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. I'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. Ooh, it's a cake, Nick, a cake! It's so big, they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? If you're that in the mood of a mouthful of styrofoam, I'm sure it knocks yourself out. It's not real? Well, it's real for me. I'm so ready to have some of that. I'm really craving cake now. Come on, man, let's go get some. Maybe after the trial's over. Is there something I can do to help you with that? Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along. Oh, that's not going to do much for you here, Brady. Oh. Snacky. Emma, can we check on this candelabra a little more? A little more? What are you... Oops! What happened? I almost dropped the candelabra and the candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that hold the candles is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is? Why would you say that? Call it for an investigative situation. We already dusted up her prints earlier, so let's test it out with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she used every test she has in the same time if she could. Just hang on, this will only take a second. I hope this turns out a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. What is all that blood doing in there? Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up the reception? The pins are very sharp. One of the pins is broken, which means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. Quite a bit of blood. I wonder who it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Emma, about this bloodstain, isn't something about it strike you as odd? There's a lot about the victim's blood. It's not exactly... There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. About this bloodstain? What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene left and the bloodstained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these 2 bloodstains are from... I'm thinking there are 2 bloodstains that are of the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the 2 bloodstains? Wouldn't that take a lot of time? Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, didn't it? It seems that the blood is from the left and the candelabra of the same person. Well, the victim was clubbed to death and there wasn't all that much blood. But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood... Well, it's just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with a candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lip and the blood on the candelabra. Oh my goodness, if that's true, then maybe there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. It does, doesn't it? It's just my sustain Alan's statement about the third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. A mysterious bloodstain on a candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This might just be a thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around in there. The reception hall? The forensics agents are investigating right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have much time to sit around. Let's go check it out. Let's go check out something else. Good idea. We can go question some people, especially Soren. I have a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork? Yep. I thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He has accompanied the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great, thanks. Later, Emma. Yep, let's go to the foyer. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. She was definitely going to. I was told to have guests. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the case if you don't mind. Soren? You're Ellen's lawyer, right? Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Well, Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren? Alright, fine. What's that puzzle about? It was you who gave the order to the large-scale cover-up plan, is that right? What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us. You held two witty receptions in order to try to cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that through the power of Timekeeper you built, she'd travel back in time. Ah, so that's why there were two receptions. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Does that have to dilute deeper here? To the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all. Chief Sniggity said the court that you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. You said that? You see, I'm even in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides in this instance is my decision too. So I take it you didn't know anything about the cover-up? That's none of your business. But you were in two wedding receptions in a row. And still you claim you know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. Soren! Ow! Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away. It's even clearer than that, huh? He's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I could grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Soren? What is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? It's gone pale as a ghost, too. Soren! Nick! Look at his stomach! He's bleeding! Somebody help! Soren's collapsed! Master Soren! Get her to the hospital! Quickly now! Poor Soren. That must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick? Well, when I struck the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this? It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get into the hospital. Oh, his notebook, huh? Wonder what's written in it, don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do. I feel guilty swooping around somebody's personal notebook. Maybe we should take a look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses his notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? Do you find something? After March 8th of last year, the contents of his notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that day, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in, every. Maybe you say he's still keeping a diary? But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either you're really compulsive, or maybe he's just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that makes Soren change. Well, why don't you just let me take a look at that and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let go, we'll rip it. Now look what you did, you dropped it. You should have let me take a look. That wasn't my fault. Oh no, Nick. Ugh, it fell in the pool of Soren's blood. Can't read a thing of these 2 pages now. Uh-oh, you gotta get it now. Ugh, I guess it really is my fault after all. Just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anyone else happen to it. We can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? Huh? Hey look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. It looks like a newspaper article. Let's see. About the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Tomas Gloomsbury. It said Soren was in the car too, but that he has sustained severe injuries. It's just as like Pierce said. Soren's completely changed after the accident. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens a distant possibility of Soren holding the grudge against Gloomsbury. I think Soren could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Oh, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay. Hello, Pierce. We're just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be on his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he's not up about. He needs complete bed rest. Is that what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? You must return to Master Soren now, but you wanted something of me. Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see it personally that Master Soren gets it back. Thank you. I trust you did not look inside? Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. If you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. I had to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. I suppose you get ready that may harm Sprocket family's reputation. It's simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. Pierce, can you tell me more about this accident? Where did you find that? And didn't I already tell you about the accident? You did, but you convincingly left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving on the car at the time. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it's supposed to not come up then. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fired him? Wouldn't that usually be the one natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was like an influence on Miss Selena's kind nature. She is such a sweet person that even in her last moment she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how the guy's mind works. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments? Yes, as my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. And what kind of party was it? It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Bloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena and Master Soren were critical. They were brought into the Sprockets. They were brought to the Sprocket family regular hospital. Wow, just such a terrible thing happened on what was to be the day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were, "Please help Soren." Ever since then, I have attended Master Soren and tried to help him any way I can. You see, Selena's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both, was he... Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. Where is her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. If Selena had a fiancé, I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. So, are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Would you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There's nothing more to tell. I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is a piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. Oh. My Magatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those Cyclops to find out what. And this is likely the last Cyclops of the whole series.
Take that!
Until the next one. Pierce, you're hiding something from me from this candelabra, are you? It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes. There's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person.
Take that!
Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any other people involved in the case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. Now let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world will make you think that? Well, I got my reasons. Mr. Bloomsbury's fingerprints were found on his candelabra stem, which led me to believe that Mr. Bloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly be that Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence on that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Bloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was just an accident, Mr. Bloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sisters away. Let us suppose that Bloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Did you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location, for some other reason. Sorry, but I can prove it was related to the case. Oh, really? Soren's stabbing and Mr. Bloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Bloomsbury's murder.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows that Soren's blood was on the lift, which could only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. You are very attuned, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well. I will tell you everything. Yes. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Bloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. That happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Bloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Bloomsbury. That was when Master Soren was stabbed with a candelabra, he said. Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he ran after Bloomsbury. So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Bloomsbury had already been murdered. But Pierce is saying that Soren was at the scene of the crime, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself? Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Soren's injury and Bloomsbury's murder were not directly related. So I decided not to mention it, as it would not unnecessarily complicate this investigation. Now then, I am sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Pierce should have told us anything in the first place and saved us a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it wasn't that simple for him. He is the family butler, after all. He didn't make our job any easier, though. Did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than nothing. So what next, Nick? Let's see. The forensic team must be done investigating the reception hall now. Go check it out. Sounds like a plan. It looks like the police are done with their investigation here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around here. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Will it be alright if we investigate the room now? Sure, the police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work yet. Sounds like the repair job is a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it too. Well, I'll have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? Hey, the table clock is good. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are now gone. Should have known this because it's food related. This is where the murder weapon and timetable was displayed. This is a police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Ask the maid about it. Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course! What do you like to know? Do you know anything about this key? It's the key that starts with the timekeeper. Startup key? That's right. Oh. The first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom had each of the symbols of love and they put them together. Oh, how romantic it was. Startup a love ceremony? What exactly does that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony to which the couple activate the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it's kind of like a cake cutting ceremony? And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, it's kind of an interesting secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry, I better be getting back to my work. So there's an order from above not to talk about it. Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? I was hoping it had changed somehow, you know, it will be more interesting. The last thing we need is to get things to get more interesting. Here's the broken lantern all patched up. And I do mean patched. Emma said this is some of the best work, so I know she put a lot of effort on it. It was pretty smashed up. It must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she get an A for effort at this rate. Huh? The real handle on the back has some blood on it. It looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting all doom and gloom and body inside? You see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of the lanterns over there. It might be a good idea to really compare the two later. This is the unbroken impeccable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more like they made up the same parts. Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this impeccable. Just about everything about it looks off to me. I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Should we restore lantern again? Hey, I know, it's this, right? What? There. Think about the restored lantern that's off. It's in the... Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Emma got the inside and outside handle switched around. Oh wow, you're right. And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody kicked it with a bloody hand. Right. which means that the blood got in the handle from inside the lantern. You think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. Hey, take a look at the door. I wonder where it goes. Shall we open up and see? Wait, don't open that. It's an emergency escape flash. It leaks directly outside. You'll fall to your death. Oof, that was a close one, huh, Maya? I'll say. Oof. Well, I think we checked out everything relevant to the case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured. How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have... Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without his notebook of his. Looks like he calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. I guess you're right. Now, if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. Alright. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in a condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we learned. We're back. Anyone here? Oh, hi, boss. Athena? I thought you were Trucy. I guess you could say I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, it turns out the third-party element says he saw the crime scene. It might have been Soren's sprocket. What? Really? I always thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the visit deck, the murder had already occurred apparently. No way, I don't buy that, not for a second. It's a cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility that I have to pursue, but... But what? It's your job, right? To pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but is it really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. If we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man, either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. What are you gonna do, Mr. Wright? I cannot let an innocent man get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth, even if it ends up devastating Ellen. What a call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go. Break the news to Ellen, you mean? Yep. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I think I can help you console Ellen through the piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Why? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing. No, wait, my body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. A lawyer must always keep their promises, Athena. Boss! If you bail me one more time, Athena, I'm gonna use a real blade on you. Sorry, Athena, but someone's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya, we better get going. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Bloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall? Sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. Really sorry. I see. I thought that was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I had to make a difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person who saw the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No, Soren is innocent. No. But don't you see? If I'm trying to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No. No. Please, Ellen, calm down. Soren can't get me found guilty. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But no. Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away the truth and still be happy with him? Well, you're not married. How can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. But, Nick, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. Mr. Wright, I'm innocent, and Soren is too. So please, prove his innocence in court. I'll certainly do anything in my power. I just hope he doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. Alright, that is the final investigation of this game. So the one thing we found out yesterday is that Soren was there at the crime scene. I only hope we get some testimony from him, right? That'll get to the heart of the matter. Mr. Wright. Good morning, Ellen. Look, I'm afraid you might not like the results of today's trial. Nevertheless, don't know if you're still thinking of going that route. Soren is innocent. He can't be found guilty. Take me instead. Ellen, please try to get a hold of yourself. I believe in Soren with all my heart. How dare you doubt him? Regardless of which of them is found guilty today, it's going to be devastating for Ellen, isn't it? We'll just have to do everything we can. That's the best we could do, you know. The trial's about to begin, Mr. Wright. Alright, let's go, Maya. Yeah. Let's do this.
Court is back in session for the trial of Ellen Wyatt.
Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Let's see now. Where were we?
In yesterday's section, we found out of the Sprocket family conspiracy to cover up the murder at Dumas Bloomsbury and the separate reception. Taking advantage of our collector's charge of defense as usual, they have nonsensical claim, claiming that there is a third person present who struck the victim.
Objection!
Hey, don't try to make it sound like I made it all up. The defendant herself made a statement about the existence of a third person, and further investigation had only proven her statement to be true.
I presume the defense intends to focus on providing the identity of this dead person? Is that all right with you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed, Your Honor. In fact, I predicted the defense will most likely attempt to name Mr. Soren Sprocket as the true culprit. How did you... The driver during the accident that killed Mrs. Sprocket's sister was the victim. Therefore, Mr. Sprocket had a motive to murder Mr. Bloomsbury. That's why you plan to assert, is that not, Mr. Wright? Am I that transparent? Come now, Mr. Wright. Did you really think the police wouldn't uncover this information? Congrats on getting it from one, Mr. Edgeworth. What? You're wrong. Soren didn't do it. He's innocent. Miss Wyatt, please. He's innocent, I tell you. What is this, Mr. Wright? I thought your claim about the existence of a third person came from the defendant. It did. This is just a minor hiccup.
Did you not discuss your strategy today with the defendant, Mr. Wright?
Starting off on the wrong foot again is seriously cutting into my lifespan. It would appear that the defense of this disarray. Therefore, the best way to clear things up is to ask Mr. Sprocket himself what happened. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call Soren Sprocket to the stand. What?
Very well. Bailiff, please bring in Mr. Sprocket to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh! There's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Soren Sprocket, Managing Director of Sprocket Aviation. Mr. Sprocket, please keep your answers in words, not paper airplanes.
Now then, Mr. Sprocket. Please tell that doubt to Lloyd that what really happened at the time of the crime.
Well, Mr. Sprocket? Mr. Sprocket!
Alright. You want me to talk about what happened when the crime occurred? In other words, after the first wedding reception? When Ellen and I were in the reception hall, right? Not even the power of the court can stop it from marching in the beat of his own drum. I was stabbed by Dumas in the reception hall, so I collapsed on the floor. The next thing I saw was Ellen and Dumas in the visa deck. I knew Ellen was in danger, so I headed for the visa deck. And when I got there, Dumas was already. I don't want to believe it, but it must have been Ellen. Nothing else makes sense. Wait just a minute here. You actually think Miss Wyatt killed the victim? That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. This is unbelievable. How can you suspect the bride, the woman you love?
Objection!
The truth can be cruel.
Miss Wyatt, you must be very upset. Is there anything you wish to say? Oh, wow. No. I can't believe this. Soren. I thought that at least you believe in me. The best way now to show your love as your groom is to admit your guilt and try to atone. Soren.
Hold it!
Mr. Edgeworth, I haven't even cross-examined the witness yet. And quit pickering on the clearly distraught. Yeah, that's not so cool, Mr. Edgeworth. The court is where we seek the truth. And the truth is unyielding, even to the truly pitiful.
Mr. Edgeworth, I find it distasteful to make a lady cry.
It too, Your Honor. So what are you going to do, Nick? If the third person Ellen saw on the visit deck was Soren, then we have to prove Soren was there at the time of the murder. I don't see any obvious inconsistencies in his testimony, but we have to push forward. Are you absolutely sure, Mr. Sprocket, that by the time you got to the visit deck, the murder had already been committed? Yes. But the visit deck is just on the other side of the glass windows in the reception hall. Shouldn't you have been able to get there right away?
Objection!
Mr. Wright, have you investigated nothing? The only way to get to the visit deck is to go in the hold and take the lift. No matter how much one hurries, it would take at least 10 minutes. Ugh, well, that's a mouthful. The sword had to got there before the murder, and any claim won't stand. Do you have any ideas for me, Maya? It's definitely easier to prove that someone did go to the hold than not. I mean, you can't leave anything if you don't go someplace, right? Can't leave anything. Wait a minute. I think Maya's onto something here. The lack of certain something actually proves that Soren didn't go to the hold. What's the matter? Are you stumped already? No, I'm far from stumped, Mr. Edgeworth. I know for a fact that Mr. Sprocket didn't go to the hold. Your paper didn't bluff. Mr. Sprocket's blessing on the lip proved that he went through the hold. But so what possible proof do you have that he did not in fact go through there? You want proof? You got it. You can do this, Phoenix. It's gotta be proof that Soren didn't go through the hold.
Well, Mr. Wright,
This proves that Mr. Sprocket didn't go through the hold.
Take that!
As anyone can see from the hold entry record, there's absolutely no mention of Soren Sprocket entering the hold. The defense assured that Mr. Sprocket used a different route to get to the Vista deck. You can assert all you want, Mr. Wright, but can you actually prove another route exists? Can I prove the existence of another route to the Vista deck, you ask? I can prove it. Even if it's just a bluff, I have to present something. Anything that could help prove the existence of the faster route into the Vista deck.
very well then, Mr. Wright.
Show us how Mr. Sprocket got to the Vista deck. Mr. Sprocket made to the Vista deck to here.
Take that!
To save his bride from danger, Mr. Sprocket opened the escape hatch and made his way along the outside walls of the Vista deck. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket?
That will certainly be a much faster route to the Vista deck.
Objection!
I'm disappointed, Mr. Wright. Is that really the best you can mutter? That escape hatch is not meant to be used to get to the reception hall to the Vista deck. One slip and that's all it would take for Mr. Sprocket to plunge into his death.
I have to agree, the defense claim is really stretching it.
Hold it!
I understand how this sounds, Your Honor. But at this point, it's too early to definitely say that he didn't go that way.
That what you're going to then I take it?
Of course, Your Honor. This is real life, Mr. Wright, not some cinematic tribal or comic book. Do you have some sort of logical explanation to share that would convince us to your claim? I do. Are you sure, Nick? Kind of. Actually, I have nothing. So I'll just have to wing it somehow.
What are your basically theory that Mr. Sprocket made his way along the outside?
My theory is that he was able to go along the outside wall despite the danger is based on power of love. To save his bride he loves, the groom risked his life to rush to her side. Mr. Sprocket was able to make it to the Vista deck despite the danger. Because of the power of love.
The power of love? That love is a source of strength that can help one overcome any obstacle. I think I could relate thanks to my own long, happy marriage.
Wow, he actually seems to be buying it.
Objection!
The power of love, you say? That kind of illogical argument is hardly visible to the court of law. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Edgeworth. You should never underestimate the power of love. You'll understand one day when you get married, which I won't. Exactly what is so wrong with wishing to remain unwed?
Way to set him off, Your Honor. Never mind all this non-scientific nonsense.
Are you aware, Mr. Wright, at the time of the crime, there were a huge propeller turning on full speed when the hatch in the vessel deck? Even if the person were to go outside the hatch,
they'll be blown away in an instant. Where does your power of love get you now, Mr. Wright?
huge spilling propeller, you say? In that case, I have to admit that this seemed impossible.
Should have known. You can't make that kind of face in front of your client. And most of the times, our one lawyers have to force the biggest smiles, right? Right. I feel like I just saw Mia looking at him through Maya's eyes. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you chasing at me like teasing at me like a giant sunfish? Thank you, Maya. You just helped me remember something really important. There it is. Isn't that fearless smile I was looking for? Now give us a mind-blowing theory, just like you always do. I had to turn my thinking around. I was getting wondering how Thorin could have moved past that huge propeller. I have to think about what would have made it possible for him to do so. Your Honor. Mr. only makes a ridiculous face when his back is pressed against the wall. Therefore, please do not hurry to give your ruling before.
Hold it!
Mr. Edgeworth, it's still far too early to discount my theory. What are you talking about? The airship's large spinning propellers have already shredded into pieces. But if we were a little more, but if you think a little more outside the box, I'm sure he can find a way he could have made it. Stop trying to stall, Mr. Wright. Show us it could have been even possibly remotely possible. If at all.
I must agree with Mr. Edgeworth.
Very well, Your Honor. There must be a way. A way that Thorin could have moved along the wall to the propeller.
No then, Mr. Wright. How specifically would have made it possible?
This is how it would have been possible for Mr. Sprocket to get to the Vista deck. What allowed Mr. Sprocket to go along the outside walls? In spite of the propellers. Is the location of the flying chapel at the time of the crime.
The location of the flying chapel? But wasn't it flying high in the sky?
No, Your Honor. I'm afraid it wasn't.
What? Then where was it?
At the time of the murder, the airship wasn't flying through the sky, but moored to the ground.
What?
If the airship wasn't flying, then that means the propellers weren't turning. In which case, Mr. Sprocket could have gone to the business deck along the outside wall. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket? Oof. I know that looked painful.
I don't remember.
Ow, she stabbed his head with his pencil. It's gotta leave a mark.
Objection!
Even if the propellers weren't turning, it would have been far too risky to go that way. Ah, but Mr. Edgeworth, you're forgetting about the power of love.
Yes, the amazing power of love.
Not this again. Very well. For the sake of argument, let's assume this so-called power of love made it possible for Mr. Sprocket to move along the outside walls of the airship. Can you prove that the airship was tied to the ground as you claim, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't have any evidence that proved the airship at the time. You can prove that, can you? Maya, can you think of anything to use to prove it? I can't say I can. Wait, didn't somebody see something outside the window at the time of the crime? I think I remember someone saying as much. Do I have piece of evidence that showed what was outside the airship? Well, what are you waiting for? This piece of evidence shows what was outside of the scene of the crime.
Take that!
This piece of evidence shows what was outside the airship at the time of the murder. What kind of lousy drawing is that? This is a drawing made by Larry Butts. And what can you prove with that poor attempt of artery? Larry made this drawing before he switched the lantern, so it must have been right about when the murder was being committed. Now, if we could direct the court's attention here...
Is that a pterodactyl? Does that mean that the airship actually went back in time in the Syracuse period?
Objection!
We already proven that time travel is nothing more than a gimmick, did we not? We did, and we have no intention of bringing that argument up again. This drawing shows an important piece of information. It shows us that the airship was actually moored to the ground. And what makes you so sure? That's easy. All you have to do is consider who made this drawing. Larry. That's right, it was Mr. Butts, and we both know what he's like. He must have seen something else and mistaken it for a pterodactyl. I can't argue with you there. Hey, wait just a doggone second here. What kind of moron do you guys take me for? I saw with my own eyes a pterodactyl flew right by the window, I tell you. I have as sharp eyes than the artist. Don't you believe me? No. Nick. Nope. What friends you guys are? What about the judge? Do you believe me, right, Your Honor?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you need to leave this courtroom. Bailiff, if you would.
Come on, buddy, let go. Why doesn't anybody believe me? Don't take it personally, Larry. I know you're just being, well, you.
No, so you're saying that Mr. Butts really saw there's some relation to what was outside the airship at the time of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor. At least I think it does. But this pterodactyl leg was really proof that the airship was anchored to the mooring dock. It had better anyways. If it doesn't, my whole argument is a bust.
If you're so confident about it, then please go ahead and tell us what it really was.
Yes, Your Honor. Think, Phoenix. What kind of pterodactyl could actually have been?
Take that!
Please take a look at this sign.
But sorry? It appears to have been broken and then repaired. What does the sign have to do with the pterodactyl?
Please focus on the part of the sign.
The part that broke it up and got reattached? What about it?
How about we turn it like this?
Oh, the chip! It's a pterodactyl from the drawing!
What Mr. Butts saw was a chunk of it being blown out through the air by wind.
What?
On the day of the murder, there were some heavy winds in the area of the mooring dock, but it's hard to imagine that this sign would make it up as high as the airship would fly. That means the flying chapel must have been anchored at the mooring dock that night. Isn't that right, Mr. Sprocket?
Objection!
That's more than enough of this power of love nonsense, you pop culture junkie. Present all the proof you want, but your argument is far too much of a conjecture. Why don't we return to reality now? What do you mean too much conjecture? Even if the airship wasn't flying, that alone doesn't prove the witness went along the wall.
True, even now it's more than a possibility.
Then how do you propose Mr. Sprocket got to the visit deck, Mr. Edgeworth?
I
noticed something as I went over the evidence. Please take a look at the hold entry record. What about it? I don't see Mr. Sprocket listed on here anywhere. Don't you remember? In yesterday's session, we had a very similar kind of argument. Did we? Honestly, Mr. Wright, are you going to see tell already? We talked about Larry Bugs using the defendant's key card to enter the hold. Oh, we did talk about that, did we? In other words, even if the person's name isn't on the entry record, it's still possible for the person to have entered by using someone else's card. Mr. Sprocket, you entered the hold with Mr. Nickety, did you? I did. What? Why didn't you tell us that in the first place? Pierce is indispensable. I didn't want to mention him unnecessarily and risk having him wrongly accused. I couldn't do without him.
Mr. Sprocket, I asked you to testify in greater detail about your movements that night.
The truth is, I went to the visit deck with Pierce. That's why my name doesn't appear on the whole entry record. I was badly injured from being stabbed, but I was frantic. By the time we reached the scene, it was all over. Well, this doesn't help me one bit. Mr. Sprocket, you conceal information from us time and time again. Who do you think you are, treating this court of law as such interference? That being said, I do appreciate the testimony you gave just now. Thanks to you, we now know why your name doesn't appear on the entry record. Now there is no more inconsistency in the witness testimony. Ugh. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. He never leaves it loose and dangling. You okay, Nick? I won't exactly call the situation okay. Somehow I have to close the information and need to open it out of him. If I even can, that is.
Hold it!
Speaking of your injury, how are you doing now? The knife wound was deep and continues to throb in pain. Fortunately, my internal organs were spared. The one wrong move could spell the end for me there. Even so, it seems you're up about all over the place since the incident. I'm only following my doctor's orders to perform such as daily light exercises.
Mr. Wright, would you like Mr. Sprocket's statement added to this about his condition added to the testimony? Not that it appears especially relevant to me.
Should I have it added to the testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added to the testimony.
I see. Very well.
Objection!
Mrs. Sprocket, you just said your injury is a knife wound, didn't you? But the weapon you were stabbed with is candelabra. The fact I know you're quite aware of. Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Storm himself. As you surmised, Master Storm was stabbed by Bloomsbury at the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple were in the reception hall when suddenly Bloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Storm went to stop him but found himself in a struggle with Bloomsbury. That is when Master Storm was stabbed with his candelabra, he said.
Objection!
It must have been a simple memory slip that made him misspeak. It happens to happen. It has nothing to do with the case. You must be pretty desperate to point out something so minute.
I have to agree, Mr. Wright. You hardly need to make such a big deal over such a small mistake.
but I consent that's an important inconsistency. Besides, I couldn't find anything else. This is the only thing I have to go after.
And I say it's not important.
Now, let's not waste any more time on this matter.
I agree. Everybody has a little memory lapse every now and then.
Hold it!
But, Your Honor, please let me explain.
But can you? Can you really explain on this court what makes this slip so important?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. After all, it was Thorn himself who told Pierce he has been stabbed by the candelabra. This is more than a simple memory slip. There has to be some reason for it.
Well, Mr. Wright, please explain why the witness slip of the tongue is so important.
The focus on here is why the witness was mistaken weapon used to stab him. Think carefully, Phoenix. It will very well change the course of the trial.
I see. So why did the witness make that mistake, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Sprocket identified the wrong weapon used against him because he doesn't remember the incident, let alone the weapon used against him. Not only that, but I believe Mr. Sprocket has some sort of memory disorder. Therefore, the defense contends that Mr. Sprocket's testimony thus far is invalid.
Objection!
Just because you couldn't find a flaw in his testimony,
You want to throw it all out? Replace this claim with nothing more than pure slander to the witness's character.
If the record is correct, Mr. Wright, can you explain your grounds for making this claim?
Of course, Your Honor. Think of what Soren has said. How he behaved, that's when I find the clue.
Very well, let's hear your argument then.
My grounds for claiming that Mr. Sprocket has a memory disorder is his notebook he always had it with him. I saw daily events and information about the people around him recorded on it.
Like a diary, perhaps?
No, Your Honor, it's much too detailed to be an ordinary diary. It's more on the order of a database, really.
A database, you say?
That's right. For some reason, Mr. Sprocket is apparently unable to retain memories. That's why he writes every little detail of his life down to his notebook.
Objection!
How can you possibly know that for sure?
He might just be an extremely incompetent person. I thought so too myself, at first. To be honest, we accidentally got a stain on that notebook yesterday. I mean, you got a stain on it. Hey, you're the one who tried to grab it out of my...
Objection!
Never mind whose fault it was, just get to the point already. Right, sorry. Mrs. Sprocket. The page Miss Faye got the stain on yesterday. That's the page with the details of your stabbing in it, isn't it? No, I only wanted this notebook because I'm very compulsive. Now drop this subject already. Sorry, but I'm not convinced. I noticed an odd fact about your notebook, Mr. Sprocket. On the earlier pages, you used it to write down invention ideas, but after a certain day, you started writing down a lot more and in much more detail. I believe your memory disorder stems from what happened on that date.
Something so monumental called a memory disorder, Mr. Wright?
You don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, but I do know what I'm talking about, and this is the proof. This is the thing that caused Mr. Sprocket's memory disorder.
Take that!
You were involved in this car accident too, were you, Mr. Sprocket? And the shock of losing your beloved older sister is what caused you to develop your memory disorder. Is this true, Mr. Sprocket?
Well, is it?
Mr. Sprocket. It's true. That accident did something to my mind. What? Ever since that day, every time I go to sleep, I lose my memories. And when I wake up, the most recent thing I can remember is the day I lost my sister. Is it as if I'm constantly going back in time?
What? That's truly tragic.
If you consider the whole time traveler goes back to time whenever he goes to sleep. Besides, time travelers do exist, you know, but you won't understand. That's what Soren meant. He was talking about himself. The reactions of the people around me each time I woke made me aware of my condition. That's why I decided to write everything down in my notebook, so I could move forward. The only memories you have since that day were the ones written in that notebook? That's right. And since that page about your stabbing got stained, you couldn't read from it, could you? There's just one more thing I'd like you to clarify for me, Mr. Sprocket. Exactly what are your feelings towards the victim?
Mr. Sprocket's feelings towards Dumas Bloomsbury?
That's right, Your Honor. The witness said that every time he wakes up from sleep, his mind goes back to the day his sister died.
Mr. Wright, you can't mean...
Mr. Sprocket, your pent-up feelings and anger and resentment towards Mr. Bloomsbury for the accident were renewed each and every time you woke, were they not? But you couldn't take it anymore, so you turned into a murder. Is that right?
What? Mr. Wright, are you saying that the witness murdered Mr. Bloomsbury? For revenge?
Well, Mr. Sprocket? Miss Wyatt? Your Honor? I didn't. I killed Mr. Bloomsbury. No!
What?
Miss Wyatt, what are you trying to do? Don't tell me you're still thinking of going that route. Soren is innocent. He can't be found guilty. Take me instead. Ellen, try to get a hold of yourself. I guess she really meant it. My Soren didn't do anything wrong. I'm the one who should be convicted.
Are we to understand that you're confessing your guilt?
No. Now wait just a minute here. Ellen, why would you cover for me? After I testified that I thought you might have killed him. I'll admit, I couldn't believe my ears at first. But all I want for you is to be happy. Your happiness is my happiness, Soren. But without my notebook, I'll even forget those feelings of yours by tomorrow, knowing that you still feel this way. You loved me all this time, the same way you did before the accident. That's how I know that you're the same person I always loved. No disorder can change that. Helen. Your Honor, these are two things I'd like to correct.
Two corrections? What are they?
First of all, I want to withdraw one of my statements. That's right. Dumas was killed by Ellen. Without memories to rely on, I took the police completely in their word.
You can't be serious.
So that means Soren never really doubted Ellen in the first place, did he, Nick? Ellen really just loved Soren in all her heart. But in order to save her, I'll still have to go after Soren. I hope you can forgive me, Ellen.
And what is your other correction, Mr. Sprocket?
The truth is, I never felt anger or resentment towards Dumas about my sister. What? Why not? That's because the one who caused the car accident was me.
What? Order! Order in the court! Please continue, Mr. Sprocket.
I'm the one who killed my sister. To protect my career, my future, my father made Dumas take the blame in exchange for money in the position of lead servant. But you see, Dumas must have held a grudge against me, not the other way around. And he must have attacked Ellen to get his revenge on me. Are you sure about this, Mr. Sprocket? Very sure. It's all written down in detail in my notebook.
The notebook is important evidence supplying background to this case. I must suggest you submit as evidence.
Our lawyer said I had turned to murder, but that's just not true. However, it is true that my older sister and Dumas are both dead because of me and my negligence.
I just glanced through Mrs. Sprocket's notebook. I wasn't able to read the part about when he was stabbed due to the bloodstain. But what's written here about his sister's car accident is exactly as he stated.
Your Honor, as long as it matches what's written in that notebook, can we still take the witness testimony as valid in spite of his memory disorder?
Yes, I believe we can.
I understand now that the witness memory is in disarray. But what Mr. Sprocket himself wrote in this notebook is true. And that means, by the time Mr. Sprocket party reached the scene, the victim had already been killed. As was right, I'm still in the same bind as before. Or should I really simply accept the contents of this notebook as a substitute for Soren's memory?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Will you accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as the official representation of his memories?
Will I accept Mr. Sprocket's notebook as the official representation of his memories? Wait a minute, Your Honor. That evidence requests the chance to examine the notebook to see if it's trustworthy.
Very well. But be quick about it.
Thank you, Your Honor. How can we examine it? Well, we should look at it from all the different angles to see if there's anything suspicious. There's no point if I don't look at what's inside. I have to open it. With your permission, Soren, here I go. Yikes. Oh, it's just a page mine got out of stain. But I guess it's not going to be very helpful at this moment. I'll keep going. This is the last page where it was written. Where it was writing. Something about this page doesn't sit right with me. Let's take a closer look. The page has been torn out, and it looks like there is something written on it. It looks like a page has been torn out here. Mr. Sprocket, do you know what was written on it? Oh, that? I often tear out pages where I write somebody a note. I probably wrote something down for somebody, tore it out, and gave it to him. Oh yeah.
Let's solve that then.
Objection!
Wait a minute. You can't ignore the possibility that something important was written on that page.
But now that the page has been torn out, how can we determine what was written there?
Well, let's see. To find out what was written in this notebook, we should... If we use fingerprint powder on the notebook, we might be able to see what was written. Well, if the writing left indentations of the blank page behind it, fingerprint powder could make those small indentations visible to the naked eye.
Oh, stop. Fingerprint powder was only sully the notebook further. Mr. Wright, if you use the powder and still don't find anything,
then you must accept the notebook as a representation of the witness's memories. Alright, Your Honor, I understand. If I don't find anything, it's all over anyways. Powder, don't fail me now. I will now use fingerprint powder on the blank page to find out if we can see what was written on the torn out page. First, I'll apply some fingerprint powder to these pages with A. Then I dust it on enough powder, I use blow X to blow the excessive powder away. If something should appear, I should switch to analyze mode L. According to what came up, then confirm A, my choice. Uh-oh. It says, I struck and killed Dumas. This is huge. I struck and killed Dumas. That's what's written in the torn out page.
what? It can't be.
I don't believe it. There must be some kind of mistake. Someone could never. Miss Wyatt.
Bailiff, let's get the attention to the infirmary at once. Apparently the defendant got too worked up. She's resting in the infirmary as we speak. No, then please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. This notebook is all Mr. Sprocket has to remember things by. With this critical page turnout, not even Mr. Sprocket himself knew the truth of what he's done. I'm the one who killed Dumas? So it wasn't Ellen. Oh, thank goodness. Mr. Sprocket, does this mean that you were the crime scene during the murder after all? I guess I must have been. But Mr. Sprocket, can we really believe what's written in this notebook? Nobody touches this notebook but me. But when I sleep, it's under lock and key. I don't remember anything that I killed Dumas, but I guess I must have done.
Well, now that we have a confession, the defendant must render my verdict.
All the... Yes, Your Honor. Please give me ruling now, while Ellen is asleep. I want the woman I love to be set free as soon as possible. So really does love Ellen after all, doesn't he? Yeah. But this is how it ends. But is that how it really went down? Is there really no way for them both to be happy?
I know we should consider anything written on this notebook to be the truth, but still.
I myself both opened privately my notebook. No further proof is necessary. Thornton is not really wrote in his notebook? Wait a minute.
Very well. I will now give my verdict.
Ellen's about to be found not guilty, and Thornton will be convicted for the crime instead. And yet, are we really ready for the judge to give his ruling? No. No. Not when there's still more avenue left to explore.
Hold it!
Your Honor, there's just something that bothers me about the notebook.
Oh, is there?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? All you do is to keep quiet and your client's a free woman. I know, but I think there might be more to this case that meets the eye. I'm not quite sure, but I think there still might be a way. A way for Ellen and Soren to be happy.
What do you mean by more than meets the eye, Mr. Wright?
I believe the question here, Your Honor, should be, why was the incriminating page torn out in the first place?
Why destroy the evidence, I would imagine?
By removing it from the notebook is the same as removing it from Mr. Sprocket's memory, which means he wouldn't be able to use to trick the police if he came under suspicion. No, if he wanted to cover up his crime, he would have to remember when he had done it.
Just what are you getting at the line of inquiry, Mr. Wright?
Yes, please explain it so we can all understand. Yes, Your Honor. The page was torn out of the notebook because the incriminating page was torn out by somebody else.
What? Order! Are you claiming the third person interfered with the notebook?
Not all that surprising if you consider what's happened up till now. After both the car accident and the murder of Dumas Bloomsbury, there was always a cover-up not far behind. I had my notebook with me at all times. Did you? Because I remember you were in a panic yesterday because you couldn't find it.
That's true. Who orchestrated this particular cover-up, Mr. Wright?
When we think back to the source of the trial, it's pretty easy to guess. The person who had tried to tamper with Soren's memories is...
Take that!
The one who tampered with the notebook in order to manipulate Mr. Sprocket's memory is Pierce Nickety. Pierce? Pierce tried to tamper with my memories? Pierce was manipulating me? Case in point, the two receptions were being held by cover-up the murder. It was Mr. Nickety who directed the guests and orchestrated the entire scheme. No, it can't be. Which is my memories are mine, and which have been rewritten. Maybe I still rewriting my memories. Who wrote this? And this? And this? And this? And this? And this? And this? No! What the?
He literally took off. What?
Look, Dick, he's coming down now. My memories. Ellen. Mr. Sprocket.
Bailiff, please get Mr. Sprocket to the infirmary on the double. Mr. Sprocket has been taken to the infirmary. We don't have to worry about him running away, so let us resume what we left off.
Your Honor.
The defense would like to call Pierce Nickety to the stand.
Objection!
We already know he carried out the cover-up to protect the company of Mr. Sprocket. What more do you want from him? This time it's different. The notebook, or rather, Mr. Sprocket's memories, have been tampered with. That means the only person who knows the whole truth is now Mr. Nickety. Don't tell me. Are you actually trying to drum up the third suspect in order to negotiate the defendant in a room? I'm not drumming up anything, nor do I have a ground to accuse him of anything. Yet. All I know is that Mr. Nickety is the one who knows the truth. And I think he's still hiding something we don't know about yet. No grounds yet. Is it?
Well, Mr. Richard, does the prosecution consent to calling the witness to the stand? It does, Your Honor.
However, I would like a little time to talk to the witness before we do.
Very well. We will break for a 20-minute recess.
All right. Alright, guys. This is the final part. Yep. After this part, we're done. This is the final part. Now that we have to face Pierce in the stand, I'm not sure if I should be surprised or not. One thing's for sure, he won't be an easy adversary. So do you think Pierce did it? It's too early to say anything at this point. I do think he's still hiding something. Nick! Why did you pin everything on the Soren loser back there? Looks like Larry still hasn't given up on Ellen. That Pierce guy is a real bad guy, and Soren and my unable to happily ever after together. Larry, that's not the kind of thing a decent human being says. Shame on you, Larry. Oh, boo-hoo! Think I don't know? I know I have to give up on my Ellie. Promising you make her happy. She deserves a happily ever after. I'm sure Soren will make her happy once all this is said and done. Charles about to presume this right. Alright, you ready, Maya? Yep, let's go. I'll be rooting for you, Nick.
The court is now back in session. Witness, please take the stand. Please state your name and occupation.
My name is Pierce Nickety. I am the Sprocket family butler. Let's get right to the point, Mr. Nicody. You torn up the page with Mr. Sprocket's notebook to manipulate his memories. And that person was you, wasn't it? That is correct. What about it? Well, that was easy. So why did you do it? Why did you tamper with Mr. Sprocket's notebook? Please allow me to explain. It pains me to do this, but I will tell you the truth. It pains you? That is correct. But my testimony will go against Master Soren's wishes. Soren's wishes? What is he talking about? I rushed to the visit deck that the crime had already been committed. I saw Miss Ellen in Bloomsbury collapse and Master Soren's writing on his notebook. Master Soren said to me, I'll take the blame for the murder, so please take care of Ellen. But I went against his order. I tore the page out of the notebook and hit the body. Wait a second. While Mr. Sprocket was writing on his notebook at the time, could it be... It was meant to be a confession and admission that he killed Bloomsbury himself. He wrote that message to take the blame on Miss Wyatt? That is correct. Master Soren did hit Bloomsbury with the timekeeper to save Ellen. And Mrs. Sprocket was the culprit after all. However, that blow did not kill Bloomsbury. That makes sense. Mr. Sprocket's injury wouldn't allow me to put much force on it. Enraged, Bloomsbury tried to attack Master Soren who was already seriously wounded. But just in the nick of time, Miss Ellen hit Bloomsbury from behind and finished him off, it would seem. So the one who inflicted the fatal blow was the defendant? Yes, that is correct. But Master Soren tried to take all the blame into himself. No way! This is pretty bad, Nick. No kidding. Pretty bad is an understatement. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems your decision to call for Mr. Nicody has backfired. For the true culprit behind the case remains the defendant, Ellen Wyatt. Could this get any worse? But Pierce was involved in the cover-up plot. And I bet he still has something to hide.
Hold it!
Mr. Dakota, could you please tell the court about that in more detail? That, you say? What part do you mean, Mr. Wright? Could you be more specific? Oh, alright. What part do I want to know more about? Please tell me more about the hiding the body. Very well. After saying he would take the blame, Master Soren passed out. That's when I hit the body. I quickly took the lift down to the hole, where I hid Bloomsbury's still warm body in the spare peggable lantern. So it was you who hit the body, not the defendant? I think Mr. Butts moved the lantern containing the body to the reception hall. Well, I did not see that coming. I don't blame you, not even Larry can predict what Larry can do with the tricks. Maybe I should take another look at the lantern and evidence.
Mr. Wright, would you like the statement you added to the witness testimony?
Yes, please.
Very well. Please add the statement to your testimony, Mr. Dakota.
Objection!
Could it be? Is that what happened? If what I'm thinking is true, then maybe I could prove neither Ellen nor Soren did the deed. Mr. Dakota, you said the body was still warm when you hit it, correct? So then, what if Mr. Bloomsbury was still alive when you put this body inside the lantern? What?
What?
That's preposterous. Actually, this shows that the victim might actually still been alive while inside the lantern.
I'm afraid you have to point out which part you're talking about, Mr. Wright.
This part here shows that the victim may have still been alive inside the lantern.
Take that!
As you can see, at the back end of the lantern is the door. There's blood here as the wheel handle.
Objection!
The busted must have gone there when the witness put the body inside the lantern. It in no way shows the victim drew his last breath while he was still within the lantern. I disagree, Mr. Ettrick, for you see they were putting this lantern back together. The police inadvertently placed the inside handle on the outside and vice versa. In other words, the wheel handles got swapped.
Oh my, so they got swapped?
Yes, they got swapped. What? That's ridiculous. Not at all if you compare the other male peggable lantern in the reception hall. It's quite obvious the wheel handles were attached backwards. The detective in charge of restoration will have to see me in the office later. Sorry, Emma, and good luck.
In that case, what does this blood stain on the wheel handle mean?
The bloodstain didn't get there by chance. When the victim was put into the lantern, he was only unconscious, not dead. When he regained consciousness, he probably tried to get out of the lantern. So he grasped the inner wheel handle, and that's when the blood got on it. That proves that the victim was still alive when he was inside the lantern. At the time, I was completely convinced Bloomsbury was dead. Had I checked more carefully, he might have been survived.
Unfortunate to be sure, but not significant enough to change the child's outcome.
Again, I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. It actually has a very significant impact on this case. The victim was struck by the defendant and died from his injuries sometime later. There's nothing more to it.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. take another look at Mr. Gooseberry's autopsy report, shall we? Please focus on the description of his injuries. It says one contusion was found in the back of the head and one to the side. Yes, and that one Mr. Sprocket gave him and the one Miss Wire delivered to finish him off. No, the defense would like to submit a different interpretation.
A different interpretation?
The victim was knocked unconscious by the first blow and was then put into the lantern.
And then what about the lethal blow on the defendant while the witness was talked about?
Yes, well that didn't happen. After some time, when the victim regained consciousness and tried to get out of the lantern, that's when he received the second blow to finish him off.
Taking into account the fact that the victim was alive for the period after the first hit, and that he did receive a second blow to the head, it does seem entirely possible.
Yes, as long as the first blow didn't kill the victim instantly, and the possibility that someone other than Mr. Sprocket or Miss White delivered the final blow.
Objection!
That's all you got? Even if there was a time lag between the two blows, prosecution's position doesn't change. What? What do you mean? It's elementary, Mr. Wright. After the reception, when the defendant was cleaning out the reception hall, the victim who was supposed to be dead suddenly came out of the lantern. The defendant grabbed the murder weapon, was right there, and finished him off.
That theory does sound awfully familiar.
Of course it does, Your Honor, because it's exactly what I proposed at the very start. The second blow was indicted by the defendant after all.
Oh, I see. You see, the tangle of mysteries have revealed place into a single thread.
Objection!
But as long as the possibility that the fatal blow was delivered by the third person, now we must continue the deliberations. Give it up, Mr. Wright. Unless you have something that proves the presence of a precious third person. Okay, Nick, just relax. You can do this. Come on now. Let's take some deep breaths. Good idea. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. There. Don't you feel better already? Oh, yes, right. I should calm down, get my focus back, and go over everything again. And then hopefully I'll be able to find something to prove that there was a third person. Let's see. First, why didn't Bloomsbury attack Ellen? Because he was tired of taking the blame for the accident? But something about that line of reasoning just doesn't feel right to me. No? How come? Well, it's just a personal vendetta. He had already stabbed Soren. And then why he's so determined to go after Ellen? You're right, the whole thing feels too premeditated for the murder of passion. But Bloomsbury didn't seem to have a personal grudge against Ellen. If Bloomsbury didn't have a personal reason to attack Ellen, then you're taking long enough, Mr. Wright. It's time for some action. What proof do you have that the third person was involved? Alright, I'll show you. I'm not completely sure what I'm doing yet, but it looks like I'm out of the time. This piece of evidence proves the involvement of a third person.
Take that!
I get it now. Now I see why this note bothered me so much when I first saw it. It looks like there's no outline murder plot. And note was apparently written by a victim. But why would he feel the need to write instructions to himself like this? Your Honor, please take a look at this note.
This is the victim's murder plan, right?
It's definitely a murder plan, but what if Mr. Gooseberry didn't write this note himself?
What?
This is how you attempt to conjure up your mysterious third party, Mr. Wright. Can you even prove that the note wasn't written by the victim? Yes. Yes, I can.
Very well done. Please present your evidence, Mr. Wright.
This evidence proves that the victim did not write this note.
Take that!
This is the weapon Mr. Gooseberry used to stab Mr. Sprocket.
I was wondering where you pulled up at this time. Dare I ask what it would possibly have to do with that note?
Mr. Gooseberry's prints were found in the candelabra, and the prints were from his left hand.
So, that makes the victim left-handed, correct?
Exactly, Your Honor. Now please look into it too and confirm as much. Now, take a look at the smudge written on his note. Notice how the smudging only starts in the middle of each progressing line? Had this been written by a lefty, the writing would have been smudged from the far left down. That means that whoever wrote this note was definitely right-handed. In other words, somebody other than the victim wrote this note.
What? But if someone other than Mr. Bloomsbury wrote it, what does that note mean?
Mr. Bloomsbury followed this note to the letter when he attacked Miss White. But clearly, this note isn't a murder plan written by Mr. Bloomsbury, but rather, these were instructions to kill Miss White issued by someone else.
Objection!
If it isn't the victim who wrote the so-called instructions, then who wrote it?
Most of the people involved are right-handed, you know.
He is correct. The majority of the family and employees who are on the airship are indeed right-handed. I must say, that is a very rough and slip-hop conjecture you propose.
I mean, I haven't figured out who wrote it just yet. Leave it to Mr. Edward to go into the jugular. Culprit and Roller Bloomsbury to attack Ellen. What would their motive have been? Isn't it very likely Ellen did anything to incur anybody's wrath, right? Right, not too likely anyways. In any case, it has to be about Soren. If anyone had the word grudge against Soren, what would it be about? That accident, I guess. I can understand that Bloomsbury felt resentful about having to take the blame. The one who lost the most of the accident was Soren's sister. She lost her life after all. Soren suffered too, of course. He was crushed by losing somebody so precious to him. Somebody precious, huh? Soren's sister. Wait, there is one person. Well, there's someone else who has a grudge against Soren. Did you figure something out? I think so. I think there's somebody else who's Bloomsbury to try to get revenge against Soren.
Did you say somebody tried to get revenge against Mr. Sprocket, Mr. Wright?
The person who manipulated and used Mr. Bloomsbury was... The person who used Mr. Bloomsbury to try to get revenge on Mr. Sprocket, and then finish Mr. Bloomsbury off to silence him, was the man dear to Mr. Sprocket's older sister, Selina Sprocket's fiancé. Not that I'm positive, but it's certainly possible. Fiancé could have made Bloomsbury attack Ellen to get his revenge on Soren. What?
Her fiancé? Order to court! Order, I say! Yes, it seems believable that Miss Selina Sprocket's fiancé would bear a grudge against Mrs. Sprocket for the role of the accident.
Exactly, Your Honor. Maybe her fiancé was trying to murder Miss Wyatt in order to make Mr. Sprocket experience the same pain he felt.
Objection!
Miss Sprocket's fiancé was a surgeon, if memory serves. But the only person who attended the reception were family staff members.
That may be, but then that just means that Miss Sprocket's fiancé must have been among those who attended. What? Really? Of course. Otherwise, how could he have used Bloomsbury? Oh, right. Oh, I see what you're doing. This is no giant bluff, isn't it? Alright, I'll buy it. What exactly do you claim this fiancé to be?
Yes, I would like to know as well.
Are you sure you're gonna be okay, Nick? Maybe. When it comes to suspicious people, there's only one person on the list. I need to find something that connects you to Selina. This will help us identify Miss Sprocket's fiancé.
Take that!
Please take a look at this photo, Your Honor. A photo. Notice Miss Sprocket's pocket watch? Haven't we seen it somewhere before?
Yes, now that you mention it, I do feel like as if I've seen it somewhere before.
I hope we all have seen it. Right here in this very courtroom.
Impossible.
That's right, the pocket watch in this photo. It's the same pocket watch that Mr. Nakoti has on him right now.
What?
This is clear proof there's a strong connection between Chief Nakoti and Selina Sprocket.
No. Well, Mr. Dakota, is this true?
Mr. Nakoti, You were once engaged to Selena Sprocket. That pocket watch, you keep it as a memento of her, don't you? Mr. Nakoti, you plan to rob Mr. Sprocket of his loved one, and make it feel the same pain as you. Isn't that right? And Mr. Sprocket managed to fight back and knock Mr. Bloomsbury unconscious. You thought Mr. Bloomsbury was dead and hid his body in a lantern. But then you noticed Mr. Bloomsbury regained consciousness. And so you finish him up to prevent your plan of being exposed. This is the defense take on what really happened on this murder case.
Mr. Wright, does this mean you wish to officially accuse the witness of the murder at Dumas Bloomsbury?
Does the defense accuse Mr. Nakoti of the murder? The defense indicts Pierce Nakoti on the charge of murdering Dumas Bloomsbury.
Oh my! Mr. Nakoti, would you care to respond?
Man, this lawyer just yaps on and on and on. As you guessed, this watch is the memento of Selena. It stopped working at the time of the accident, though. Then you really are... Yes, I was Selena's fiancé, and not just her fiancé, but her surgeon beside her deathbed.
Objection!
Mr. Nakoti,
Why didn't you tell me any of this before? Shut it, you useless prosecutor. I thought you could be of use, but apparently this case was too much for you. What did you say? If your office hadn't stuck his nose all up to this, I could have swept it under the rug. Not only did you interfere with the case, but you even let me fall under suspicion. That's because you kept trying to cover things up on the sly. But covering things up wasn't your only involvement. The only person who had a motive to use the victim to try to kill Miss Wyatt was you. Wow. Magical tumors. There are magical tumors in this courtroom. Please just only with false charges. Where did the hand come from? The tumors of one idiotic lawyer and one useless prosecutor. Again, where that hand came from? But if the truth is revealed, I have to both of you and cease in the legal world. I'd like to see you try. With the power of the Sprocket family, it'll be cinch. I will now begin the operation. What in the world happened to Mr. Nakoti? Hopefully he's finally showing his true colors. Nick, look what he just did to the shoulder mech.
quit your yapping before I salted your chatty lips shut.
It's like he's a completely different person. Sure looks like it, huh? We can't let our guards down now. Mr. Nakoti, it's finally time for you to testify to the truth.
It seems we enter the final act at last. Witness your testimony, please.
Right to remain silent. Mr. Nakoti, why didn't you say anything? Ah! He just took a picture of me or something. You want me to voluntarily testify, hoping I'll make a slip of the tongue? Not a very impressive plan or brain, might I add. Ouch, that was uncalled for.
If you want to know something, you ask the question.
I will answer, but I have no intention of making any voluntary statements on my own. Nah. What are you trying to do, Nick? He's using the silent treatment as strategy to avoid getting tripped up. Clever guy.
No more lies, Mr. Nakari. You will tell us nothing but the truth from now on. Ugh! What do you think you're doing?
No one asked you to speak. Just keep quiet over there and play with your frills.
How dare you? Well, this is a rather unconventional situation, but please proceed, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, and this is going to be the final testimony of this game. Final cross-examination 2.
Hold it!
If you won't speak voluntarily, then I guess I have to answer something. What question should I ask? Isn't it true that you, when Mr. Bloomsbury working consciousness inside the lantern, you murdered him to order to silence him?
He was an excellent employee and very loyal to me. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man. I suffered the most from losing him. You really think I killed a guy like that?
It would make sense if you only were innocent, but since your goal was revenge, you don't really have to care about something like that.
But I am innocent, I tell you. Don't try to force your conjectures into me.
Without decisive evidence, I can't pursue this line of questioning any further.
Mr. Wright, would you like to see the evidence of witness testimony?
Yes, please, Your Honor. If a little bit to drag evidence out of him, it helps. Bloomsbury was my right-hand man, I suffered the most from losing him. Okay.
Hold it!
Okay. Grudge against Soren. You've been nursing a grudge against Mr. Sprocket over the loss of your fiancé. Isn't that right? I'd be lying if I said I felt no resentment whatsoever. But Master Soren didn't cause that accident on purpose. Master Soren himself has suffered greatly. But you quit being a surgeon and found a way to get even closer to Mr. Sprocket. Wasn't that so you could carry out your revenge on him? Don't insult me. Supporting Master Soren and Sprocket Aviation was my life's work. It's my penance and not be able to save Selena. That is how I honored her.
I feel your devotion as both a fiancé and as a surgeon. Your statement breaks my heart.
I never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren. Never thought of it, huh? I guess I should probably take that at a pound of salt.
Sir, would you like to see the rest of the witness testimony?
Yes, of course. Yes, please, Your Honor. I have to find an opening somehow. I never thought of exacting revenge on Master Soren, okay.
Hold it!
On the day of the incident, you were constantly surrounded by your subordinates. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. I wasn't someone's line of sight at all times. After all, I was busy taking care of every detail of the event. Mr. Edgeworth, I believe your investigation backs up my claim.
I got statements from said group from his subordinates work with him on rotation.
So he's always with someone. As the prosecutor just said, I couldn't even get close to the life that contained Bloomsbury by myself, let alone kill him.
You didn't have a chance to get close to the victim alone, huh?
Mr. Ray, would you like to take back to the witness testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have that statement added to the testimony.
Very well.
As always, company others, I didn't have the opportunity to murder Bloomsbury.
Objection!
Mr. Nakori testified that he always with someone at the time of the incident, but never had the moment alone to commit the crime.
Yes, and the police investigation backs up that statement, isn't it?
But there was an opportunity, in fact. One and only one. The moment Mr. Nakoti could kill Mr. Bloomsbury without anyone realizing.
What?
And the one thing that made the moment possible is shown right here in the photograph.
If all the people watching are going to possibly commit murder. Do not believe him, Your Honor. This lawyer is a mendicant tumor. He wants to infect his judicial body and enrich yours.
Objection!
Mr. Nakoti, I will ask you, you keep quiet this time. We need to evaluate the defense's claim, and your yapping will only serve to throw further suspicion your way.
Mr. Wright, let's do this one thing you mentioned, but be warned.
This had better not be one of your often claims. Who do you think you're talking to, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please point out to us the one thing that made the moment of the murder possible.
And one moment that it was possible for Mr. Nakoti to kill Mr. Bloomsbury. The one thing that makes a single moment possible is this.
Take that!
The one thing that made a moment of the murder possible is this thick mood of fog that engulfed the entire reception hall. It is under the cover of this fog that Mr. Nakoti murdered the victim.
What?
Mr. Nakoti was standing right next to the lantern that Mr. Bloomsbury was in. It was in the moment the murder could have been committed without being seen.
Objection!
I can accept that there was a moment when the witnesses were obscured by others by fog. But as we prove Mr. Nakoti killed the victim at the very moment. You can't possibly prove the crime was committed during the reception. The trial ends here.
Nah. I was so caught up by finding the foothold that I forgot to think far ahead.
Well done, Mr. Wright. It's time for the call this trial. It's time of death. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove the murder happened during the reception? Don't even matter. We're playing the dead on the line. This is your grab prosecutor.
Quiet witness.
I have no interest in victory. All I care about
Is the truth. One that girly right to throw further deliberation.
Edgeworth. Enough of this. Your Honor, this trial is over. No, Mr. Nakoti. That is for me to decide. Mr. Wright, can you prove it? Can you prove that the murder was committed during the wedding reception? Why is there no verdict yet? The lawyers obviously had a question. Prosecutor, the judge, how infested.
The ridiculous stupid sword man, not even the best surgeons can save them. In fact, not even the brain transplant can cure them. This court is effectively idiocy.
It's a pandemic.
Oof. Oof.
Objection!
Mr. Nakoti, that's enough already.
Finally ready to give up, are you?
No, it's the opposite actually. I'll prove the murder was committed during the reception. By you.
You prove it? Can you really, Mr. Wright?
Yes, I can, Your Honor. To be honest, I don't know exactly how I do it just yet. But I want to get the truth that Edgeworth was talking about. I just have to find a way.
Very well, Mr. Wright, let's have your proof.
Enough disclosures, is just bluffing. Nothing to speak for.
I will do nothing of the sort.
You're a district court judge. Powerless fucker telling me all.
Enough of your foolishness, Mr. Nakoti. This judicial body will not succumb to the influence of money or power.
Now then, let's hear it, Mr. Wright. Let's hear your truth. Then, Phoenix, remember everything you've learned so far. You can do this. You can find a definitive evidence that can lead us to the truth. Alright. Think, Phoenix. How could I prove the murder took place during the Reddit reception? It appears to me in the murder during the reception that he had used... Yes, the murder weapon that was used to strike the victim twice. According to autopsy report, the victim was hit by the same object both times, so without a doubt, Pierce used it to commit the murder. The weapon used to Gooseberry was... Pierce struck the victim during that one single moment, but he must have used the timekeeper. Come to think of it, wasn't it also used for something else during the reception? During the reception, the timekeeper was also used to... That's right, the timekeeper had been activated during the reception. If we activate the timekeeper again now and find any trace evidence of the murder, that would be conclusive proof that Gooseberry was killed during the reception. A special ceremony took place during the reception in question.
What kind of special ceremony?
It was called the first startup of love. Apparently, the couple activated the timekeeper for the first time during it.
Does it mean the timekeeper here is evidence as inactivated at the moment? And what would happen if we were to activate it?
Why don't we see for ourselves? It will give us a chance to examine it. And while we're at it, we'll just find some conclusive evidence.
What?
No, you can't activate it.
Mr. Dakota, keep quiet. I'll have you throw out of court. By the way, Mr. Wright, this is supposed to be a time machine, right? We aren't going to travel back in time to the Stone Age or anything, are we?
I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, Your Honor.
It's still a little noble nonetheless, but the truth must be known. Very well. Go ahead and start out the timekeeper.
Do you know how, Nick? I don't think so. Maybe? Bride and groom send a symbol of their love when they put them together. Oh, how romantic it was. Let's see. I think the symbol of the groom's love must be the timekeeper itself. What symbol of the bride's love would be fit together with the timekeeper? Why not? That has to be it.
Mr. Wright, are you ready to activate the time machine now?
Yes, Your Honor. The symbol of the bride's love that's necessary for activating the timekeeper is...
Take that!
Miss Wyatt's pendant. It's the symbol of the bride's love that's necessary to activate the timekeeper.
What? Does that mean you're start up as a Miss Wyatt's pendant?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Very well. Let's try it out, Mr. Wright.
Okay, here I go. I'm gonna have to figure out where the pendant goes. This one looks like a good spot. I'll try setting the pendant in here. It fits! This must be the right spot. Now I have to find the place to insert the key. Someone mailed the pendant. Could this be it? It worked! Timekeeper's been activated. Now all we have to do is find proof that the crime was committed during the reception. I think I found it. Conclusive evidence that the murder was committed during the wedding reception. Just as I suspected, this is evidence of the murder inside the timekeeper, Mr. Nakoti. The timekeeper was only activated open during the wedding reception, right?
No! Stop!
So, that means this is conclusive that the crime was committed during the reception. After you killed the victim under the fog, you closed the timekeeper to hide the bloodstain, didn't you? No! You're wrong. Ellie killed Bloomsbury. It wasn't me that charged him.
Objection!
You're right on, Mr. Nicody. How could a defendant who was in the middle of fighting her love have possibly commit the murder when everyone's watching her? It was a family. Yes, all the family members conspired together to kill me.
Objection!
There's no way you can talk your way out of this, Mr. Nicody. During the reception, during that one dreamlike moment, only one person used the timekeeper to beat the victim to death. And that one person was you, pure sneaky. No, this isn't over yet. I won't give up.
Oh no! I cut the artery! This stupid thing. I messed up the bleeding now. Give me force up. Force up, I said. Hey, where's everyone?
Fine, I'll manage this alone. I'll do it all by myself. I'll fix anything, repair anything. If you get better, you have to live. You must. I would have been able to save her. If only I would listen to her. If only I would treated her first. If only that Soren had been there.
Selena. No. Witness, are you finally ready to tell us the truth?
It's just as the lawyer deducted. So it's all a revenge scheme against Soren Sprocket. Do you have any idea how hard it is to lose someone you love right in front of you? Selena's condition was clearly more critical than Soren's, but in spite of that, she said, "Please help Soren." Miss Sprocket's last words. So that's what she really meant by those words. I was able to grant her wish, but at the price of her life. But you had a job with Sprocket Aviation and waited your chance to get revenge. You got close to Mr. Bloomsbury and then hatched this plot, is that right? Bloomsbury already bore a grudge against Soren. And when I tempted him with an even better position, he immediately took the bait. He was your accomplice, someone who shared the same goal as you.
Why is it necessary for you to kill him?
I didn't expect Soren to strike Bloomsbury out of the vicinity, and I certainly never imagined he made his way there along the outside wall. Soren's love is the real deal after all. My plan has been compromised, so for the time being I hid the body in the lantern, and tried to think of my next move. And that's when Mr. Bloomsbury came out during the second wedding reception. As soon as I saw Bloomsbury, I instantly hit upon the idea to pin the crime on Bloomsbury's murder on Ellen. You tried to break up a couple by making the bride out the mere murderer. How despicable. Soren was getting the company and then wedding. Both things that were supposed to be Selena's. He took every happiness from her. Who was the despicable one here? Do you think what you did would make her happy? I know it wouldn't. But I couldn't just stand by watching Soren enjoy his happiness. It was going to make Soren taste of the same pain as I had, and take over Sprocket Aviation. I would take back from him all the happiness that was rightfully Selena's. Time stopped for me that day I lost her, just like this pocket watch of hers. Pierce. His wife? I believe Selena would have said, leave this ill will behind. Their time of yours is to live. It's too late for me. Time will never advance for me ever again. What? It can't be. It reactivated. I see now, Selena. What I did was wrong.
You see no further need to continue this trial. Bailiff, please take Mr. Nicody away.
Here's Nicody, another inconceivable time travel, who lived a time that stood still.
Now then, I must render my verdict regarding the defendant.
Your Honor, before you give your ruling, would you please allow me a moment?
Very well.
Ellen, there's something I need to say to you. Yes, Soren? I put you through something truly horrible. This whole thing happened all because of me. I would understand if you want to call off our marriage. What? Of course not. I never once thought that. If you stay with me, you'll only face even more trying times in the future. What do you mean? The truth of this incident and the car accident before it. I'm going to tell the public everything. I expect the company's reputation will suffer and it'll take a lot of criticism. But I feel I can only start over once I get everything out of the open. Soren. After all that's happened, I might not be right to ask you this, but, well, how should I say this? Maybe I'll just... A life with me probably won't be easy, but... Will you marry me? Yes, of course. Your Honor, thank you for this time. Please, continue with your ruling.
Very well. But first, I have one question. Do you two of you pledge your eternal love for each other for the goddess of justice, Beavis?
I do, Your Honor. I do.
Does the prosecution and defense have any objections?
Well done, Your Honor. No objections here. The defense had no objections either, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant Ellen Wyatt. That's not right. This court finds the defendant Ellen Sprocket.
Not to...
This court is adjourned.
Helen, Soren, congratulations. Mr. Wright, I can't thank you enough. If you hadn't exposed the truth, Soren and I wouldn't. We wouldn't. And now you can finally start your new life together, right? Oh, thank you! Mr. Wright, we'll be holding a real wedding ceremony in the near future. Would you do us in order to come into it? I want you to witness our fresh start. Of course! I wouldn't miss it for the world! And Ellen, this time, it'll finally be happily ever after, right? Oh yes! The two of you have persevered and overcome this trial together. Now, no matter what obstacles come your way. I'm sure you'll be able to handle them. And another thing I'm sure of too, this person will be watching over the two of you.
Take that!
Selena, I think you're right. And I promise to live our life to the fullest. And for Selena's sakes too. Right, Soren? That's right. Well, we better be on our way. Yes, my love. Wow, the old three-hole carry, huh? Way to show off. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye for now. I'll be looking forward to that wedding. Hold on tight, Ellen. You better believe I will. I'm never letting you go. Here they go. You're not thinking of going to that wedding by yourself, are you, boss? You're taking us too, right? Oh boy, I bet there's gonna be all kinds of fancy food there. Latina, when did you get here? Just now. I would be here to cheer you guys on earlier, but Tracy never gave me a chance to slip away. You're gonna be in with bigger trouble with her later. Speaking of the wedding, maybe you should ask him to invite Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, really? You thought Ellen was guilty all the way to the end. That may be true, but... Don't even bother, his thing is dead or whatever. Take it as a regret, prosecutor. Quiet witness. I have no interest in victory. All I care about is the truth. One that can only rather through further deliberation. If he hadn't stood up with us what he did, that would have probably ended there. You mean Mr. Edgeworth gave us that chance? Maybe. Though knowing him, I doubt he ever tell, even if I asked. Well, if that's how you feel about it, Nick, then why not try to get him invited? Hey Maya, have you ever tried to catch a bouquet? What? No. I never have either. Fighting over a bouquet that's been tossed by the bride, talk about fierce competition. Totally stoked. I'm not sure I'm really supposed to be all that competitive. I'm a pretty good jumper, so I think I got a chance. She's definitely missing the point of the whole thing. And Larry, how did you manage to stay so quiet for so long? Shut up! Pushing a lady to fall in love with every happiness is what a real man does. I'm pretty sure that relationship was over before we even began, Larry. Darn it, if only I was 10 years younger, things would have gone differently. Hands up time, won't you turn back for me? Today is Ellen Soren's third wedding ceremony and reception. I heard the bride and groom insisted on being in the flying chapel again. In the end, they were nice enough to invite me and Maya, and Athena kind of invited herself. They also invited Edgeworth, Emma, and even Larry. They say third time's a charm, right? I really do hope it's happily ever after for them this time around. Still, I get a feeling it's going to be one rowdy party.
Ready when you are! Okay, here we go! Huh?
Oh, hey! Look who's next! Huh?
Get back! Haven't you ever heard of late response?
I'm truly blessed to have you.
And with that, Turnabout Time Traveler is done, and we are officially done with Spirit of Justice. Well, that's cute. Yep. We are officially done with Spirit of Justice. Oh wait, we're missing an acolyte. Oh, Oh, I forgot to examine Charlie in the first day. We should probably get that acolyte before we head off. I go here because I don't want to go through all that dialogue again, you know what I mean? Okay. Charlie House Plant. There you go. There we go. Apologize is returning. And yep. And that is now the end of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I want to thank everybody who has been watching the series. And now I can safely say that we will be moving on to the Great Ace Attorney. That will begin. Well, that will begin soon. Which is why I would say for now. I think for now, we're gonna just go through this again because this is gonna be the last time we're gonna see this. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this game. This is kind of like my favorite trilogy, my whole favorite trilogy pack. I really enjoy this one. And now I'm gonna miss it. It's kicking in that this is really over. It's crazy. I'm not going to put an ending screen because I feel like this is a moment too precious for me to... Until then, we're going to call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you guys when we do the Great Ace Attorney. Bye.